Winning the Open Championship secures you an immediate place in golfing history and the honour of adding your name to the famous claret jug. Back in 1963, a then 27-year-old Bob Charles travelled to Royal Lytham and St Anne's, intent on completing a childhood dream that all started as an amateur when he stepped onto the course at St Andrews for the very first time.
My father has said in my early days in golf and teens and that I would say, you know, this one for the Open. The best golf courses in the world, in my mind, are totally devoid of trees. I was never any good at hitting out of, under, through or over trees. Of course, I have a love affair with St Andrews, dating back to 1958 when I first went there and arrived by train. At 6 o'clock in the evening, we pulled into St Andrews Station. By 7 o'clock, I was on the first tee with some South African friends, and we walked off the 18th green at 10:30. Not a cloud in the sky and not a breath of wind. So that my introduction to St Andrews was just something which nobody will ever be able to experience. But it's my favourite golf course in the world. Of course, I'd never get tired of playing.
Following a PGA Tour win at the 1963 Houston Classic, Bob Charles travelled across the Atlantic full of confidence.
So I arrived at Royal Lytham feeling pretty good about myself and my game, and I felt that, well, there's only about 5 players to beat, and that being Palmer, Player, Nicklaus, Peter Thompson, Kel Nagle. So I didn't give the others much of a chance. Going back to the 72nd hole, I hit my second shot about 40 feet from the hole, and Phil Rogers had a good shot in, and so Rogers had the 12-footer or whatever to win. And I don't think it even reached the hole. It was a pathetic attempt. He left himself with a 2.5-foot putt, and it did a full circle and did drop. He hit 2 wicked putts from 12 feet for his par, and with that he whips off his cap and throws it on top of the hole to make sure the ball didn't come out. I had a great week. Everything fell into place. The putter was red hot, and to have to go through a 36-hole playoff on the Saturday was a bit of an endurance contest.
So Bob Charles becomes the first left-hander to win the British Open Golf Championship. The pavilion rises, so to speak, to Charles in his moment of glory.
And I think Phil Rogers, whom I was, it was basically down to match play, although we were playing medal, I think I was perhaps the fitter of the two, and it reflected in the scores which we shot.
The champion golfer for 1963, with a score of 140 strokes, is Bob Charles of New Zealand.
If I'd worked as hard as maybe Ben Hogan or Gary Player, I might have won a few more majors, but I was just playing there for the love of the game, and I never lost heart or love for competing in the game of golf.